So we've been talking about culture under the cover through everybody's presentation. I didn't realize that when I put this together, but it works well. So I do a lot of assessments for clients, and these are some of the recent hashtags literally on the surveys. Take a look at the middle one that said, are you actually reading this? So I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of a dating game, a little bit of a swipe right to make sure that the culture you're looking for is aligned with the employees that you're actually hiring this evening. So bear with me, and I'm going to talk about 12 different organizational culture types. You've heard a few of them this evening, but I'm going to call them out. Ask yourself which one of these aligned with your team, your organization, and even more so, are you hiring to get the actual fit that you're looking for? So the first one is the academy culture. It is what it says. These are skilled individuals, usually not risk-taking individuals. They look for consistency, they look for loyalty, and they love training and development as a whole. The normative culture, very cut and dry. Their bottom line, to the point, these are groups that are motivated by consistency. They know what to expect, and you need to hire people that know what to expect and love the familiarity day in and day out. The pragmatic group is all about customer service. These are socially engaged, persuasive, influence type people. They're motivated by the socialistic, the ability to actually help their customers out. Then we've got more of an even tighter niche type of group. These are ones that the interview process is usually really long because everybody on the team is involved to make sure that the skill set that the applicant is bringing is spot on and will fit their particular culture. Then we move into a little bit more of a team-oriented environment. This group is sort of all in, all for one for all, highly collaborative, not an independent group of people whatsoever. And then we have the typical sales culture. These are numbers-driven, all about the matrix, highly independent individuals that just need to be given a goal and let them go. They're motivated by big picture. Then we've got the hierarchy, the tough guy. These are the micromanaging types. These micromanagers need to have people that are hired that are followers, and they're perfectly fine with supporting, collaborating, coordinating, and they're fine with being micromanaged because that doesn't bother them. That actually motivates them. And then we move into process culture. These teams love checklists, consistency, familiarity, boundaries, rules, careful with the boundaries and rules, and yes, people are motivated by that. And then we move into the big risk takers, the entrepreneurs that we've heard a little bit about tonight. These people will eat their young and bring them back to sell. They take risk, and they're motivated by the innovation and the entrepreneurship. Then we're back to a little bit more of the team environment with a little bit of a twist. They like open floor plans. Again, they're motivated by the social, but they like to change the facilitation of who's in charge a little bit. They're starting to move into more of the agile. And then we've got what people traditionally think of the horizontal, which is a mix of different type of behaviors that are needed. You see this a lot in startups as they're trying to figure out, well, what type of culture do I actually need? And then finally, we've got the agile culture, and you're hearing more and more about the agile culture. A couple of things to highlight. They do like change, and they're quick on their feet, but they also like to have fewer leaders and to rotate who's in charge. So, you know, what does this mean? It means that you need to understand what your culture is, and that it matches your brand to the promise that you've made for your customer, and your culture is what helps you deliver on that promise. You've got to be able to take a deeper dive into the code. And what I mean by that, code is bare minimum. This is constructed by an amazing contractor out at the Outer Banks, and his steps withstand all the storms. Why? Because what you see above is a fraction of the girth below. What does that mean in business? It means that you have protected armor on for when the phone rings and it's the recruiter, or you find out that everybody's looking at the monster apps on there. So the goal is to get to the armor on top, which is through, like Elizabeth said, the accountability piece. You do that by having hackers in your system, and that's the good kind of hacker, by the way, and having curators within your system that creates that accountability. Every single one of those needs an accountability of culture, so then you have hashtags that are more positive. My name is Shelley Smith. I'm the proud owner of Premier Rapport, and I am the queen of company culture curation.